past hiring process, what attracted you to this program and to Coach Moore's ideas about offense?
Well, I knew that Coach Moorhead runs a great offense, so that was attractive. I was also playing in the SEC, highest level of competition you can probably play in college football. The fan base, how passionate people are about football in the South. I mean, all of those things were attractive to me.
Was it tough to leave Oregon because Coach Cristobal seems like he's got things turned around, headed in a direction, and was certainly making use of your receivers out there?
Yeah, I mean, it was tough. I mean, Oregon was a great place, but I thought it was time to make a change and have a new challenge. And I'm excited to be here and excited to take on the role that I have in trying to develop these wideouts.
What are your impressions of some of the wideouts that you're inheriting?
Well, I like the way they work. I think they're a group that's very attentive. I think they want to get better. I think they're eager. They're listening. They just want to have an opportunity to play good football and be better people, and that's what they're going to get.
How much film of last year's receivers have you watched?
I've watched a little bit. I've seen a lot of the cut-ups. So I've seen the wideouts as we've been going through the plays, the concepts, and we've been just talking about those, but I've kind of watched them as we've gone through it. And I think that they've done okay. I think there's room for improvement. I think that what we're going to try to do as an offense is try to do what we do better.
How anxious are you to get started next week with those guys?
Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited. I love being on the field. That's one of the things that I like about coaching is being able to go on the grass and just coach football. We want to be competitive. We're going to be competitive. I think we can improve in that area and just try to uphold our end of the bargain on this football team.
Do you have a relationship with anyone on the staff or anything like that, or is this kind of just totally new ground for you here?
No, I mean, as a coach, you know coaches. So I knew a couple guys, heard of a couple guys. I recruited Stephen Guidry when I was at Oregon, so I knew him. A lot of the other guys I didn't know, but I'm excited about what I see. I think the potential is good. I think like I said earlier, there's room for improvement in a lot of different areas where I think I can help. So I'm excited about the challenge.
How do you rise the ideas of things like X, Y, Z, H, those things fit with what they did previously, or how much did you want to put your own stamp on this?
Well, I think that where they are, I think is good. I think what I want to do is help them improve fundamentally, technically, increase their football IQ of the position, just to make them a better player and slow the game down a little bit. Every week in the SEC is a challenge. You're going to find good DBs. You're going to find competitive people. So we just have to make sure that we get better fundamentally, technically, and execute better.
Something this offense could use more of is vertical threats, challenging opponents deep. How do you groom wide receivers to be better 15, 20 yards downfield?
Well, I think one thing that will help that is the way we run the ball. I think we can continue to run the ball the way that we've run it. I think that we should be a good play-action football team and taking some shots over the field. I think it's hard when you have to go 12, 15-play drives every single series. You need chunk plays, so you do need some plays down the field, 20-yard-plus gains to make your offense flow a little bit better.
While listed as receiver coach, how much do you want to get your hands on a Kylan Hill and Nick Gibson and use them in receiving situations?
Well, those guys are good. I'm a big fan of our back, our backs, I should say. I think they do a great job running the ball. I think they have the ability to get out of the backfield and catch balls. And if we can stretch the field, then it's going to create space for them to make them even better players.
Let's talk a bit more about what you see in those clips. How's things that you say, okay, if I had been coaching these guys, I would have done this with them or maybe tweaked this, that, other in the context of the 2018 offense changing over to 2019?
Well, like I said before, I think the offense is good. I think we do a lot of good things conceptually. But the one thing that I want to help improve with is how do we do those things better? How do we get better fundamentally getting off a press? How do we do better of coming off the ball, attacking DBs, getting vertical on vertical concepts, getting in and out of our breaks better? All of those little things are going to make us a better passing game. And if we can improve in a lot of those areas, then I think the passing game will increase and it will help our running game, which will help us score more points.
How does your own background as a quarterback yourself and then working with quarterbacks in the NFL early help the transition with receivers and the fact that you're breaking in basically a new starting quarterback this year too?
Well, with receivers, I think it helps them understand the big picture. And I'm being a quarterback, being a former quarterback coach, I think I like to teach wide receivers the same way. We talk about the Bloom's taxonomy of learning, where we take things from the knowledge level and take it all the way to the synthesis level, which is in essence a deeper learning progression. And understanding why we do what we do and helps how do we fit into the big picture scheme.
Are you ever taking some time when you're dealing with college players to kind of drop names? Well, when I was working with Doug Flutie, or when I was working with Michael Vick or Drew Brees, guys like that, and just kind of establish some credentials there.
Well, I think it's better to show them those guys.
Mm-hmm.
It's the old adage, before I can become a man, I have to have seen one. Mm-hmm. So if I'm going to tell them about a technique or a certain drill or certain things, if I can show them somebody who did it the correct way, then it gives them a visual picture of what they do, which will help them do that same drill better.